academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children. Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School.
Good evening. Welcome to Light TV Main News, shining the truth, changing lives. The headlines. President Hichilema arrives in Addis Ababa for the AU Summit. Mr. Bowman Lusambo's Chamba Valley properties remain forfeited, ACC. Drivers welcome 1 kwacha bus fare reduction. Widow appeals for wheelchair for grandson who cannot walk. Cyclone Gezani hits Madagascar, dozens dead, thousands displaced. With the news in detail, my name is Munalola Inambao Chisenga. President Hakainde Hichilema has arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia to attend the 39th Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly of the Heads of State and Government. This year's summit focuses on ensuring sustainable water availability and safe sanitation systems to achieve the goals of Agenda 2063. The theme addresses vital issues affecting millions across Africa, including access to clean water and sanitation in Zambia. The president will meet with other African leaders to discuss strategies for strengthening water and sanitation infrastructure and promoting sustainable development across the continent. Further updates from the summit are expected in the coming days. The Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, has clarified reports that Mr. Bowman Lusambo's Chamba Valley properties were returned to him. Mr. Lusambo was convicted in September of 2025 by the Economic and Financial Crimes Court on 2 counts of possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime, contrary to Section 71 of the Forfeiture of Proceeds of Crime Act No. 19 of 2010. He was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment with hard labor. In December of 2025, the same court had ordered that his properties be forfeited to the state under the Section 10 of the Act while the criminal case was ongoing. The ACC had also initiated non-conviction-based forfeiture proceedings in the High Court, which have now been discontinued as they are rendered academic. The ACC reassures the public that all of Mr. Lusambo's Chamba Valley properties remain forfeited to the state. The Zambia Revenue Authority has raided Catbro International Limited over suspected tax evasion and financial irregularities. In a statement, ZRA Corporate Communications Manager Oliver Nzala said investigations have been launched into the company and its associated entities. Ifan Ismail Yusuf has been identified as the principal beneficial owner alongside several named directors. The preliminary findings indicate possible under-declaration of imported goods, non-disclosure of actual sale revenue, and failure to remit correct amounts of value-added tax and income tax. Authorities have also examined intra-group transactions that may have affected the company's taxable position. The investigation covers operations in Lusaka, Mumbwa, Lower Zambezi, and Mfuwe. During the raid, $145,000 was seized. ZRA says investigations are ongoing and all findings remain allegations subject to due process. The Minerals Regulation Commission has suspended underground operations at Mopani copper mines. Mufulira mine site over safety non-compliance following recent accidents. The decision comes after a high-level meeting on Thursday, February 12th of 2026, where the Director General and the delegation engaged Mopani management to review reported incidents at the Nkana and Mufulira sites. The commission found that the Mufulira mine failed to comply with Part 218 of the mining regulation, which requires a system to account for all personnel working underground at any given time. Invoking Section 56 of the Minerals Regulation Commission Act No. 14 of 2024, underground operations will remain suspended until deficiencies in the personnel accounting system are rectified. The regulator will also conduct a comprehensive audit of both Nkana and Mufulira sites to strengthen compliance with safety, health, and environmental standards. Independent Milengi Council Chairperson Clement Mwila has urged the Electoral Commission of Zambia to consider geographical size, not just population, when delimiting constituencies. Mr. Mwila says vast rural areas like Milengi face serious logistical challenges, with some wards stretching up to 400 kilometers apart. He urges that creating additional constituencies would improve service delivery and increase constituency development fund allocations, boosting development and reducing rural-urban migration.
And in my response, Milengi has to be divided in two parts, east and west. And the reason being is because of geographical location on how Milengi is located. You need to understand that Milengi is a very vast area, and I think Lusaka can go, the whole Lusaka district can go into Milengi maybe 5 times or so. Now, the issue that everyone is talking about, which is disadvantaging us, is population. Now, I want to make mention here to ECZ and other stakeholders involved in this process. They should not just look at the population of the area. The population of the area is something that can be managed as a country. Now, if you look at the size of Milengi district, it has east and west. For me to move from the east, the Boma, going to the last ward or polling station in Milengi, it takes about 400 kilometers. Now, when they say that we're being disadvantaged with population, it means that it means that it will affect development in the long run. Because what ECZ and other stakeholders should understand is that when we develop Milengi, of course using the CDF, it has really worked on our end. It has helped us. When we develop CDF, when we develop Milengi using CDF and other sources of funding from government, it will mean that people will be migrating from Lusaka to Milengi for business opportunities. So, to me, ECZ and other stakeholders should consider the geographical location of these areas. Because if we don't delimitate Milengi, it means that we will still remain backwards as a district. Development will be moving at a snail's pace. Because already just sharing this 40 million kwacha is a challenge. Because for us to move from east to west is roughly going to the last polling station is 400 kilometers. Unlike our colleagues who are in Lusaka, within 2 minutes they're in this ward, within 5 minutes they're in this ward. But on our end, it's a real struggle. So, ECZ should consider geographical location, and my appeal against ECZ is that we should not undertake an academic exercise where people just come for the sake of coming that side when they have already decided. We don't want predetermined decisions. they need to hear out the people as we sit starting on Monday, as we sit here in Milenge, as we sit in Milenge, ECZ should get concerns, genuine concerns from the people. Because the issue of population to me is something which everyone can handle. But geographically, no one can handle it because you cannot move Milenge district to Lusaka.
The Commission is expected to begin district consultations on the proposed delimitation exercise soon. The Copperbelt Energy Corporation, CEC, has sharply increased its annual capital expenditure from under $10 million before 2021 to over $100 million. This surge comes after Zambia's debt restructuring and reforms overseen by the International Monetary Fund have improved macroeconomic stability. CEC Chief Financial Officer Mutale Mukuka says stronger fiscal discipline, greater transparency and consistency policy have boosted investor confidence and improved the company's access to financing, enabling this growth. The power firm is also responding to rising demand from the mining sector, expanding transmission infrastructure, generation capacity and new interconnectors. Mr. Mukuka notes that sustaining this growth will require continued policy consistency, faster regulatory approvals, and lower business costs, positioning CEC as the key partner across Zambia's energy value chain.
Look at where we're coming from. Pre-2021 was spending $10 million or under $10 million a year in investments. Now we are spending over $100 million in investments. Now that shows you the impact of the positive strides that we are seeing from a government perspective. I think the second aspect is that operationally, we are seeing increased demands, more mining operations coming up, and that to us means and implies that there is need for more transmission, more generation, more interconnectors to come in, and we need to position ourselves, make investments that align to the needs of our customers. All of that will translate into improved earnings within the risk management framework of the business. And I think one of the issues that we like now more than before is the consistency in the policy framework. I think what we need more from a government perspective is for this to continue. We need to reduce the cost of doing business. We need to reduce the lead time for regulatory approvals. And we need to ensure that there is transparency and alignment in the pricing of regulated goods, as well as a fair play to all stakeholders. And alignment in the pricing of regulated goods.
Take a set of commercials. I will be right back.
And you're watching Light TV. Hi, I'm Pastor Randy, and you're watching Light TV.
Autobest Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing and many more.
Autobest Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Maps, type Autobest Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Autobest is a one-stop shop.
Come to Autobest Engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilende South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Autobest Engineering, doing what we know best.
Governance Accountability Executive Director Gabriel Milo has called for urgent intervention at Mwanjumi Government School in Chiwombo District, citing overcrowded classes and poor facilities. Milo said while free education is commendable, quality learning depends on timely investment in infrastructure. Some classrooms host over 100 learners while only a few desks, affecting concentration and exposing children to harsh conditions. With the cold season approaching, learners with health conditions like asthma face increased risk if school remains poorly equipped. Milo has urged authorities to use constituency development funds to provide desks and essential resources for newly opened schools, warning that without urgent action, free education could be undermined by unsafe and unsuitable learning environments. The call follows a recent visit to the school where the organization directly observed these challenges. Patricia Masia, a 49-year-old widow from Kamanga in Munali constituency, is appealing for health to care for her grandson who cannot walk. The boy is unable to move on his own and relies entirely on Patricia, who carries him everywhere while struggling to meet basic needs. Currently staying at Kamanga Nutritional Center Orphanage as a caretaker, Patricia has no job or additional support. She says acquiring a wheelchair will greatly ease the physical and emotional burden and allow her to look for food and other essentials. She is now calling on all well-wishers and donors to assist, saying even small contributions can result to dignity and hope to her family.
Come. Miracle. Come. Hey. Hey. Come.
Zina yanga ndiye Patricia Masia, nikala pa center pano kwa Kamanga Center. Nina muzukuru amene avutika kuyenda. Bado sana bado na bado kuno kwa sasa 8 months ndipo kuti nikambompasa vintu kwanja kwa left sagwira. Ipate bado zote kasi mwana sali buni. So kwanja ku left na kuendwa ku left this is buni. So hapa mwana ina 3 years 9 months saida. So ningapembeko tanzote wewe ngantanzeko. Mpesa ukagula cha wazininga mwazimu mwirapo na mukuru wake so yavutika kunyamula papiriza ukwenda kushukuru kwa kuvutike kutaenda kushukuru mwana ndio mapisuki na maibati so mlanga tanga pesa kuna tandizo ngantanzeko tumana umzoko wanga katebwanja kakwese kunyimba siko ngara wa Kamanga nilekea teka pale.
Edwin Kaputula, aspiring councillor from Tendere Ward, yesterday led a cleaning up to tackle garbage linked to deadly disease like cholera. He urged students and residents to pick up litter and dispose of it properly, warning against dumping waste on roads and in corners. Kaputula says a cleaner environment is key to protecting the community's health.
Enforcement. The moment we started talking about this today, you can even see there's like a little bit of progress happening now. This I will not stop doing for as long as they kuna kumtendere. I will make sure that mtendere vitu za kili na ntiza konza. Ayo sivemona hapa vinyala vitu za chosa. But what just needs is proper enforcement. Na mwene waki mandamini muli kuno. Please let us change our minds. Potela mabini hapa. Because most of the time wanavuti kwa pari nkani area hapa. Ni mamana wali watu. So if we do not change our minds on how to properly handle garbage, this problem will always be there. But what we need right now is a proper adjustment on how we think about garbage, and also let us also not become vigilante. But if you're not going to do anything about changing this, nothing is going to be done. So please let us know how best we can handle our garbage.
Drivers at Kulima Tower bus station have welcomed the 1 kwacha reduction in bus fares announced by the Road Transport and Safety Agency. The adjustment, effective 12 February 2026, applies to local routes in Lusaka, the Copperbelt and other towns following a drop in fuel prices. Kulima Tower bus station chairperson Nicholas Banda says the move will benefit both passengers and operators, but has urged RATSA to quickly release the updated fare chart to avoid misunderstandings. The fare reduction follows a February 2026 fuel price review by the Energy Regulation Board, which cut petrol by 2 kwacha 4 ngwe and diesel by 61 ngwe.
So Maratha peneva kanza bochera ko 1 kwacha. I think it's more fair and Tiamika. Challenge Pempa ko kuri Maratha right now. Jay kali ko chwa impact from today. Depending on the stock of affairs, depending on problem to live my fair chat my bus. So basically, tinga manini na problem conductor versus passenger. Kwamba kuvuta lazandi conductor ibe information, passenger na information. Conductor na information, passenger ibe information. So ni problem. So ngati chitweko fast jeka go sira ma fair chat yangena ma station taika ma bus to avoid kugamba na kumazulu bantu. So this time when I'm kapena wali ma offices people never see. I know team time ya social media wambi waziwa but some swazi. So tunafuna ma fair chat ya bula fast taika ma bus mwacho. So Siamika government under leadership ya Hakainde Hichilema is doing a great job. We are happy. Taking a pempe ko chapi chakati. Mwenye tu shaka soa. Sifunika again per month and by kira. My business ya lubana. My business ya is not about the transport chapi. Even say you gusa bread, you gusa salaula, ya lubana. So after 30 days, by kira ko wasosira. So my bacho shira ko hapa. Na wafuno kira ko at least after 4-5 months. Mwisho mwingine wakitira wa government baada kusabisa 1 kwacha na isi taishita welcome passengers ambera ko muzi kwa 1 kwacha andende mpamba ko pembe debato sera kwa tete fast for fare so that it's kamba na customer ali mwisho kustaka sana muda ti shoboko ndo inashinda chita affect kwa tuna price ya fuel akanyokorera ko pass.
Founder and director of the Young Boy Foundation, Peter Mwamba, has called for increased support towards programs aimed at uplifting the boy child. The Young Boy Foundation is a registered non-governmental organization in Zambia, empowering boys through education, health, and mentorship. The organization focuses on raising responsible, confident young men by addressing the physical, emotional, and social needs often overlooked in boys. Speaking during an interview, Mwamba said despite positive feedback from radio and community outreach program, organizations supporting boys continue to receive limited funding compared to those focused on the girl child. He revealed that the foundation has conducted mentorship and personal development programs in Mutendere, George, John Lane, Chadiza, and other areas, working with volunteer teachers and nurses despite financial challenges. Mwamba has noted rising cases of drug abuse and school dropouts among boys, attributing the trend to lack of guidance and pressure to become providers at a young age. He urged parents, government, and cooperating partners to collaborate with the foundation, stressing that empowering the boy child complements, not competes with efforts to support the girl child.
I am living in an environment where we are seeing the actual people that are taking those drugs, that are abusing those drugs. So I decided, why not focus on the boy child? People that give my advice, they will be like, no, why are you going for the boy child? The boy child does not have money. There is no support for the boy child. There is no funding. People are not going for this initiative. How about you go for the girl child? Because once you do you open an organization for the girl child, you will establish fast, because the world is now investing in the girl child. It's like, no, in fact, what you are saying is the main reason why I have to open an organization focusing on the boy child, because it shows that there is need for the boy child. And if I go for the girl child because there is money, who is going to provide solutions to this? So I decided in 2024 to register the Young Boy Awake so that we can make a difference in the life of the boy child.
The Zambia Tourism Agency has handed over the Most Promising New Destination Award 2026 won at the Outbound Travel Mart in Mumbai, India to the government. Ministry of Tourism Honorable Rodney Sikumba said the award reflects Zambia's rising global tourism profile and validates strategic marketing, strengthened destination branding, and collaboration between government and the private sector. Sikumba noted that Zambia's tourism offerings include nature, wildlife, culture, adventure, and business events. These are gaining strong international appeal, particularly in India, one of the world's fastest growing outbound travel markets. He emphasized that the recognition will be converted into tangible benefits such as increased tourist arrivals, job creation, and inclusive economic growth, and engage the private sector to develop high-quality, market-ready tourism products. Acting ZTA Chief Executive Officer Abigail Shansonga added that the award recognizes Zambia's unique attractions, strategic marketing, and engagements with the Indian travel trade.
8 of them were private sector, and we had 3 quasi, which obviously is a start. I always say one thing: Rome was not built in a day. We always have to take baby steps. And now that people know that an 11-man team actually went to Mumbai and came out with an award. Imagine if you went there with a 20-man team or a 40-man team. I mean, we'll be conquering the world, for lack of a better term. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very honored that this morning we are making the official handover or receiving. I believe I'm receiving this award on behalf of the ministry, which was won by the Minister of Tourism, Mrs. Zambia, at the Outbound Travel Mart OTM held in Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai on the 5th and the 7th. When I learned about this award, I was very, very excited. I think I was one of the first few people who posted it on my socials to just show our commitment as government on what we're trying to do. Now, this particular global tourism platform, where Zambia was recognized as the most promising new destination award in 2026. Now, members of the media, what you need to understand is that when people say you're a most promising destination, it simply requires you to be ready. So, as a destination now, we have our colleagues out of India thinking about what to do in Zambia. So, private sector, those of you who were there, thank you very much. But even those who were not there, who are sitting on the fence, not knowing exactly what to do, will still benefit because now this award is here. Now people have actually known what Zambia is all about. So this is a clear endorsement of Zambia's growing visibility, credibility, and competitiveness.
We take another break. On the other side, join me for sports and international news.
Your latest news.
The report was made by Mr. Abu Gujar, a 37-year-old Indian national residing in Olympia.
Top happening stories.
SDG number 6 on water and sanitation.
Community update.
Zambia and the nation at large is still mourning the death of the 60th Republican president.
Business news.
From here, there's going to be a great multiplier effect.
On the sport crossovers.
Of awaiting that the body would come back.
Kodi Mwambelako! And a very good race, and we as a country are very proud of the works that he has done.
Kodi Mwambelako! Get in touch with our news team on the numbers on your screen. Yes, Kodi Mwambelako. We are in your face. We are closer to you. Light TV is a footway away from you. Kodi Mwambelako! Zambia's trusted TV broadcaster.
Welcome back. In sports news, Zambia's under-20 women's national team head coach Florence Mwila says her squad is ready for a tweak tactic ahead of tomorrow's FIFA World Cup qualifier return leg against Uganda at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. The first leg in Kampala ended in a 1-0 draw, leaving the tie wide open. Mwila says her team has studied Uganda's strengths and is prepared to adjust the game plan to maintain possession while exploiting opportunities with long balls when necessary. Captain Jesse Zulu highlighted the importance of midfield control and said the team is ready to implement instructions from the technical bench to protect the backline and shut down Uganda's supply lines. On the other hand, Uganda's coach Cheryl Bottas admits Zambia may have the edge on paper but insists her side will fight to win, while Uganda captain Agnes Nabukenya, who scored in the first leg, says anything is possible in football. Kickoff is expected to start at 1500 hours with tickets on sale at ShopRite outlets, South, North and Eastern wings costing 20 kwacha, West wing 50 kwacha and VIP at 100 kwacha. The winner advances to face either Ghana or South Africa in the final qualifying round. In international news, tropical cyclone Gezani has killed at least 38 people and displaced more than 12,000 residents after making landfall in Madagascar's eastern port city of Taomasina earlier this week, authorities have said. The National Office for Risk and Disaster Management that reported that the storm brought winds from up to 250 kilometers per hour, ravaged up to 75% of Toamasina and surrounding areas, and left at least 374 people injured, with 6 missing. More than 18,000 homes were destroyed and over 50,000 damaged and flooded, forcing thousands from their homes as search and rescue efforts continue. Madagascar's new leader has declared a state of national disaster and appealed for international aid to assist those affected by the widespread destruction. Meteorological authorities warn that the cyclone could regain strength as it moves into the Mozambique Channel, while neighboring Mozambique is preparing for possible impact from the storm's return. That note brings us to the end of the main news. But before we go, a recap of our headlines. President Hichilema arrives in Addis Ababa for AU Summit. Mr. Bowman Lusambo's Chamba Valley properties remain forfeited, ACC. Drivers welcome 1 kwacha bus fare reduction. Widow appeals for wheelchair for grandson who cannot walk. Cyclone Gezani hits Madagascar, dozens dead, thousands displaced.